If you're planning to buy an SUV that holds its value well over time, this list is for you. Resale value matters, not just for getting more money when you sell, but also as a sign of long-term reliability and market demand. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 SUVs with the best resale value in 2025. These are the models that resist depreciation better than most, giving you more bang for your buck even years down the road. Let's start with number 10. The Mazda CX-50 is one of the most underrated compact SUVs that's quickly earning a reputation for holding its value. Launched as a slightly more rugged, upscale alternative to the CX-5, the CX-50 brings sharp styling, solid build quality, and a surprisingly engaging driving experience to the table. Three things that help resale values stay high. Under the hood, you get a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter four-cylinder, or a punchier 2.5-liter turbo, both paired to standard all-wheel drive. While it's not a hybrid, fuel economy is still respectable, and owners love the premium-like cabin materials and clean infotainment interface. Resale-wise, Kelley Blue Book ranks Mazda among the top non-luxury brands for depreciation resistance, and the CX-50 benefits from Mazda's growing brand appeal. It hasn't been out long, but early signs show it's following the same path as the CX-5, which has historically held value better than rivals like the Ford Escape or Chevy Equinox. If you want a stylish, modern SUV that's fun to drive and won't lose half its value in 3 years, the CX-50 should absolutely be on your radar. The Honda Passport is one of those SUVs that quietly does everything right, and that's exactly why it holds its value so well. Sitting between the CR-V and Pilot, the Passport is a two-row mid-size SUV that delivers a solid mix of space, performance, and Honda reliability. It comes standard with a 3.5-liter V6, making 280 horsepower, paired to a 9-speed automatic transmission. It's not a hybrid, but it has more than enough power for highway cruising and light off-roading, especially in the Trail Sport trim, which adds a rugged edge. The interior is simple, roomy, and filled with practical features like a cavernous cargo area and user-friendly infotainment. The Passport doesn't sell in massive numbers, which actually helps its resale value by keeping used inventory tight. Plus, it benefits from Honda's rock-solid reputation for long-term reliability. According to IC Cars, it's one of the mid-size SUVs with the slowest depreciation rate, especially when compared to competitors like the Ford Edge or Nissan Murano. So, if you want a capable SUV that doesn't scream for attention but quietly protects your investment, the Honda Passport is worth a serious look. The Toyota Venza might not be the flashiest SUV in Toyota's lineup, but it's one of the smartest if you care about long-term value. Reintroduced in 2021 as a stylish hybrid-only crossover, the Venza slots above the RAV4 in comfort and design, but below the Highlander in size. Every Venza comes with a 2.5-liter hybrid powertrain pushing 219 combined horsepower through an all-wheel drive system. It's whisper quiet, incredibly fuel-efficient, and comes packed with upscale features, especially in the limited trim, which feels borderline Lexus. So why does it hold value? Simple: demand and reliability. Hybrid SUVs are hot in the used market, and the Venza's blend of efficiency, tech, and smooth ride makes it a desirable package. While competitors like the Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid or Ford Escape Hybrid might undercut it on price, they can't quite match Toyota's long-term durability and resale reputation. If you want a fuel-sipping, low-maintenance SUV that still feels premium without breaking the bank, the Venza is a future resale champ. The Lexus NX nails the formula for a compact luxury SUV that holds its value, refined design, hybrid options, and the Lexus badge. Fully redesigned for 2022, the NX got a tech-forward interior, smoother powertrains, and better road manners across the board. You can pick from a range of powertrains: gas, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, all wrapped in a stylish and understated exterior. Inside, it's all about clean lines, soft touch materials, and an intuitive infotainment system that finally ditches the old touchpad. The NX 350h Hybrid is a standout, combining strong MPG with brisk performance. Luxury vehicles typically suffer high depreciation, but Lexus is the exception. Thanks to its Toyota-backed reliability, the NX holds resale value better than German rivals like the BMW X1 or Audi Q3. And because it appeals to both first-time luxury buyers and downsizers, demand on the used market stays strong. In short, if you want a small luxury SUV that keeps its value without luxury-level headaches, the NX delivers, quietly and consistently. If there's one SUV that blends reliability, fuel efficiency, and resale strength into one smart package, it's the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Since its redesign in 2019, this model has dominated its class, not just in sales, but also in long-term value retention. Under the hood, you get a 2.5-liter hybrid system, producing 219 combined horsepower and standard all-wheel drive. That means excellent traction and real-world miles per gallon in the high 30s. But what really sets it apart is Toyota's bulletproof reputation. This thing just doesn't quit, which is exactly why used buyers are lining up to get their hands on one. Unlike many hybrids that lose appeal after a few years, the RAV4 Hybrid continues to be a high-demand item in the used market. It appeals to a broad audience, families, commuters, and even outdoor types looking to save on gas. And because it shares its bones with the wildly popular regular RAV4, parts and servicing are a breeze. Bottom line? The RAV4 Hybrid is one of the safest bets in the SUV world if you care about strong resale value and low operating costs. Love it or hate it, the Jeep Wrangler is nearly immune to depreciation. There's just nothing else quite like it, and that uniqueness is its biggest asset. Whether you're buying the classic two-door or the more practical four-door Unlimited, a Wrangler is an investment that holds up over time. Sure, it's not the smoothest ride, and gas mileage won't wow anyone. But when you're buying a Wrangler, you're buying into a lifestyle, rugged off-roading, endless customization, and that iconic boxy silhouette. It's one of the few SUVs where older models can fetch surprisingly high prices just because of how in demand they remain. In recent years, Jeep expanded the powertrain options with turbo engines, diesel, and even the 4xe plug-in hybrid. That only broadened the Wrangler's appeal. Resale-wise, Wranglers tend to drop less than 30% over 5 years, a rarity in a segment where 40 to 50% depreciation is common. If your SUV needs include keeping value as much as tackling trails, the Wrangler absolutely earns its place in this list. Small but mighty, the Subaru Crosstrek is one of the most value-retentive subcompact SUVs you can buy. With its standard all-wheel drive, generous ground clearance, and solid reliability record, it punches well above its size category. It may not have neck-snapping power, but the 2.0-liter and 2.5-liter engine options get the job done for everyday driving. Plus, the newer plug-in hybrid variant adds a green touch for eco-conscious buyers. Inside, it's functional rather than flashy, but that's exactly what makes it appealing to used car shoppers who prioritize practicality. Subaru's loyal customer base is a big reason why Crosstreks stay in demand. It's a favorite among younger drivers, outdoor enthusiasts, and anyone who needs a capable yet affordable daily driver. And because they're relatively inexpensive to maintain, buyers are more than happy to pay good money for well-kept used units. The Crosstrek isn't just a great starter SUV, it's a smart one for anyone looking to keep value in check. The Lexus GX might be one of the last old-school luxury SUVs on the market, and that's exactly why it holds its value so well. Underneath its posh Lexus skin is a rugged body-on-frame platform shared with the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. Translation? It's built to last, and buyers know it. Powered by a naturally aspirated 4.6-liter V8 engine and a full-time four-wheel drive system, the GX doesn't chase trends like turbocharging or downsizing. It sticks to what works: reliability, capability, and comfort. And while it may feel dated inside compared to flashier rivals, the GX makes up for it with rock-solid durability and understated luxury. In the used market, it's a favorite among buyers who want luxury without giving up off-road credibility. It's also surprisingly popular with overlanders and long-distance travelers who appreciate its ruggedness. Combine that with Lexus's reputation for long-term reliability, and you get an SUV that depreciates at a snail's pace. For those who want a luxury SUV that ages like fine wine instead of sour milk, the GX is a goldmine. There are SUVs that drive like cars, and then there's the Toyota 4Runner, a true truck-based utility vehicle that's unapologetically old school, but that's precisely why it continues to dominate resale value charts year after year. Equipped with a 4.0-liter V6 and genuine off-road chops, the 4Runner is beloved for its toughness and simplicity. No turbochargers, no dual-clutch transmissions, just a bulletproof drivetrain that's easy to work on and hard to kill. And while the ride may be a bit rougher than crossovers, buyers in the used market seek this exact blend of durability and functionality. Overlanding, camping, family hauling, it can do it all. And because Toyota hasn't drastically changed the formula in years, even older models still feel relevant. That design consistency helps maintain resale confidence since there's no sudden model shift that devalues previous versions. If you're after a tough-as-nails SUV that's built for real adventures and doesn't tank in value, the 4Runner is a rock-solid pick. At the top of the mountain, literally and figuratively, sits the Toyota Land Cruiser. Even though it exited the US market in 2021, used models continue to command eye-watering prices. Why? Because it's not just an SUV, it's a legend. With its 5.7-liter V8, full-time four-wheel drive, and world-class build quality, the Land Cruiser is engineered to last a lifetime, and it shows. These things routinely pass 300,000 miles, and owners know they're driving something rare and special. Even more, Toyota's limited supply and cult-like following keep used demand extremely high. Some used Land Cruisers today are selling for more than their original MSRP, a resale phenomenon few vehicles can match. And with the newer 2024 model being more compact and turbocharged, the older V8 models are already becoming collector items. For those who want the ultimate SUV in terms of long-term value, prestige, and durability, the Land Cruiser isn't just number one on this list, it's in a class of its own. If you're shopping for an SUV in 2025 and want to protect your money long-term, these 10 models are your best bets. From fuel-sipping hybrids to off-road bruisers and luxury tanks, each one brings more than just utility. They bring real staying power. Want more lists like this? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for future car buying tips that actually save you money. Thanks for watching.